practice one in the books for 2023. So it was a pretty windy day out there, and it wasn't helmets. So it's some of that stuff's not really real football yet. But it's good to be back out there on the turf, and thought the kids had a lot of energy and a lot of enthusiasm. Obviously, a lot of new faces in the lineup, especially offensively. And so, but a lot of those guys have been waiting their turn and been working really hard to be ready when that time come. And I thought that all that created just a lot of positive energy out there. So, good solid day one. And I told them the goals to sharpen things up and look a little bit better on Thursday and focus on getting better every day. So we'll be in helmets on Thursday. We'll be in shells Friday afternoon, a little bit shorter Friday afternoon because we'll turn right around and go Saturday morning. We'll be full pads. Saturday morning, our first live contact of the spring. So, should be an exciting week. Questions?
Coach, now that you guys are starting over, there's so many kind of guys maybe elevating into bigger roles. Do you feel like it's more teaching this time of year maybe than past years? As far as like coaching and starting players?
Yeah, and it's you look, like I said, offensively, those guys in that first huddle, even though they've not really been in the first huddle a whole lot, they've all been in the program. And so it's it's not like they don't know what they're doing, and not like they can't go out there and do it. They've been preparing for this. I think there's a lot of teaching going on with some of our younger players, and that was the big focus today. Was just coaching them really hard, kids being coachable. I told the kids, I said, listen, if you screw up, you screw up. Nobody's going to yell at you for screwing up. Just great effort and great energy. That was our big focus for the day, and I thought we had that.
I guess sort of going off that, as you get multiple years into this, like you doing this, like how has maybe the goals or the shapes of these spring practices changed?
Well, I think, you look at the roster top to bottom. I mean, I think, you have a very solid roster, and you have a lot of guys that have been in the program for multiple years. And so it's not like you're out there coaching effort and attitude. It's not like you're out there, coaching, all the little stuff that you had to coach early on. That stuff, is kind of ingrained in all those kids. And the new faces, basically what you tell them is, if you don't know what to do, just watch the guys in the first group, because they're going to do things right most of the time. So I think that's the advantage of being here multiple years in. Now you go through this when you had a couple of guys declare early, you had a couple of seniors that had been here for a while, and when those guys graduate out, and you see this in programs across the country, you got to be ready, have the next guy ready, to step up, and so that was what you saw out there today.
You've talked about new faces. How many freshmen have entered this spring?
No, as far as freshmen, there's only a handful of freshmen. You have Javius Bond, the running back. You have Cam Durant, the offensive lineman. You have Raheem Jeter, freshman quarterback. You have Brock Winstead, freshman long snapper. Will Coach, freshman offensive lineman. That may be it for freshmen, unless I'm forgetting somebody. I don't think I am. The rest of the new faces are transfers. We have some new walk-ons. So you have some stuff like that.
How did Mason do today?
I thought he was good. Very comfortable. The good thing is, that wind out there, he's got the velocity on his throws to where, he is able to throw through the wind. But I thought he had good command of the offense. I thought he looked very comfortable out there.
Wrapping up winter workouts with Big John, did anybody stand out in making some big-time gains or anything?
Yeah, I think you have a lot of guys that stood out. And, he looked like a guy like Marlon Gunn. He looked like a kind of a guy on a mission during winter workouts, and because he is. He knows he's competing for a significant role this year, and that's he's working hard to prepare for that. Kerry King, that's another guy that's really had a good winter. I thought he was very consistent today, and really doing things right, very decisive in his movements, and just looked very comfortable out there. So I think you got a lot of guys that are have worked very hard for this time.
Going off that, it seems like Danka, I don't know if it's the new number or what, he looks like a...
Jeez, he is long as all get out. Now, he doesn't know where he's going half the time, but the good thing about him, now he goes hard. he goes hard. He is a long, athletic kid, and certainly, you're going to be able to do some different things with him, both defensively and on special teams. And, yeah, I hate that Jeremy is out this spring. The good thing is we'll get Jeremy healthy and he'll be back, and Jeremy's an experienced player, but it does give opportunity for, guys like Jack. Jack's got a chance to really solidify himself as a kind of a cornerstone guy defensively this spring, and then a guy like Sam is going to get a lot of reps, a lot of coaching, a lot of work, and so you should see him develop really, really solidly as we go throughout the spring.
With some some new coaches, like I think Shankweiler's going to do. Is it good for them just to kind of get to know?
Well, Shank was still around out there. No, he was still lurking around out there. He's not going to be too far away. But nah, it's we got with Jules and Allen both, two. I think that have shown themselves right now to already be just really good hires. I'm very pleased. They're both just solid character people and very knowledgeable. They have really connected with the players very well so far. Allen's got a lot of enthusiasm with those offensive linemen, so that's it's going to be a lot of energy out there. I told the linemen that when we get the O-line, D-line together, and you got Coach Tesh and Allen out there in the middle of it, they maybe end up going one-on-one or something like that. So, but I think those two guys are great additions to our staff.
Y'all will probably know more about the offensive line when y'all put pads on, but how much are these first few weeks determine where maybe guys fit? I know they'll
Right.
further and a couple other guys have played, but just
Right.
some of the moving pieces.
Well, you feel like if everybody was healthy, you got a couple of them that are watching right now. If everybody's healthy, you have a very solid five. You got to kind of just figure out, who goes where kind of deal. And, with a couple of guys out, you have some other guys getting opportunities to show that they belong this spring. So, there's some known commodities. There's also some guys that, like we talked about with some other positions, that have been kind of waiting their turn. And so, with linemen, really with the roster in general, until we get to Saturday, you can't put a whole lot of stock into a helmeted practice. I mean, there's lots of guys that look good out there, in helmets. Anything else? All right, good to see you guys again.